Hello guys, how are you doing? This is Joseph Salpa, God and Relationship Talks. I hope I find you well, and compliments of the new season. All right, thank you all guys for subscribing, for joining in. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification button so that every time we upload another video, you will be notified. Today I want to talk about a subject that is sensitive, and yet people sometimes they may overlook it, or sometimes they don't even know that they are being affected by the subject matter that we want to talk about today. So today I want to talk about winning an argument over losing a partner, or you are winning an argument whilst you are losing your partner. This is usually affecting a lot of young people, be it in marriage or in relationships. We get to a point where we see people fighting to win an argument. In the process, you'll be losing your partner. Why? Because of the way that you are doing during the process whilst you are arguing. The word of God, it says, do not let the sun go down whilst you are angry. This means that even God understood that we as people, there are times whereby we are going to be angry, we are going to be mad, we are going to be sad. But the Bible is saying, let us not let the sun go down whilst we are angry. Now, it means as people, we are created differently. We have different opinions. We see things differently. We view things differently. What is right to me is not what is right to you, which means we are different people. Hence, we are bound by nature to be disagreeing. We are bound by nature to be seeing things differently. We are bound by our surrounding and how we are brought up, to be thinking differently, processing things differently. Hence, there are times that one point in time in a relationship, one point in time in marriage, you are going to be disagreeing. This means disagreements, they are bound to be happening. But now, like what you've said earlier on in videos that we last posted, there is a big difference between an argument and there is a big difference between a fight. You see, arguments, it means people are having a different opinions or different views in a certain subject matter, and it is okay. But now, relationships of nowadays, we get to see people, getting to a point to get even physical, just wanting to be right. The process of wanting to be right, it can escalate to a point whereby someone is ending up losing your partner. What you've built for years, for a certain period of time, you can lose it within a short space of time, simply because you are a person who wants to win an argument. You see, as much as you may disagree, as much as you may not agree with what your partner is saying in a certain issue or a subject matter, you have to first understand that you have to listen. See, people, we want to be listened to, but we don't want to also listen to others. We don't want to listen to our partners, and that is the first step of losing a partner in an argument. You see, you just want to be the one who is talking. You don't want to give your partner time to talk. You just want to talk. When they want to talk, you'll be like, okay, you're shutting them down, and then you continue to talk. This is the first step to getting, or to escalate, to letting an argument escalate to a fight, or letting an argument escalate to a point whereby you are going to be communicating another message. You see, when it comes to communication, it's not everything that you are saying that is what you're communicating. Sometimes what you're not saying, or how you are saying things, actually is a message. So when you are having an argument, there are certain gestures that you can put when your partner is saying. In other words, you are trying to show them that, you know what, you are dumb, you're not smart. Can't you reason that what you're saying doesn't make sense? It doesn't matter. Even if you do not agree, you have to be respectful. After you listen, you have to be respectful. As much as you disagree, be it you are well educated, your partner is not, that doesn't matter. Even if you hold a PhD, a master's degree, or a bachelor's degree, whatever, and your partner, maybe they just have an ordinary level, it does not matter. The first thing is you have to listen. You have to give them their time to listen, to talk. Whilst you listen, you don't say anything. Once they are done, you ask them, are you done? Yes. And then you speak up your mind, even though it's a different opinion or a different view. You speak your mind in a respectful way. You see, there are times where people say, you know what, you don't think, you're not using common sense. Can you please just use common sense? Can you listen to yourself? Many a times we hear those conversations and you don't know the impact that you are putting in your partner when you are saying those words. Why? Because you are trying to put a picture that you don't think. You're trying to put you're trying to put a picture or portraying a picture that you are immature, you don't reason, you don't think, you are dumb. So this is a thing that when you constantly get into an argument, when you're constantly reminding them you are not smart, you don't reason, and you're not listening to them, you're not giving them time to express their feelings and emotions and how they see and view things, you're not giving them time to express their emotions, what you are doing is you are actually putting a wound in them. There is a time whereby a partner can just end up agreeing for the sake of peace. Why? Because you are escalating that argument into a fight, so they just agree even though they don't agree with you. So what you are doing is each time you are putting a wound inside a person's emotions or heart, you are actually replacing the love they have for you with that. And it will turn out to be maybe bitterness, it will turn out to be anger, but sometimes they will just keep quiet. But whatever that they are putting inside that is not good, it's replacing the love. So you will end up living with a person who no longer loves you. Why? Because you are a person who wants to win an argument over that person. It doesn't mean you have to agree with things that you don't agree to just for the sake of having a person. No, I'm not saying that. But you have to make sure that you are listening to them. You are always trying to put yourself in their shoes so that you may understand from the view that they are saying. It's not always that there are times, I grew up in a house setup where even my own mother would listen to me and try to hear my own opinion, to the extent that even right now, as much as she's my mother, she can come to me, she can ask me, this is what I want to do, what do you think? Why? Because we grew up, or she understood that as much as even she is older, we may see things differently because we are people, we experience things differently, and we may have better opinions than what she's seeing. That is how things are supposed to be, even in a marriage. That is how things are supposed to be, even in a relationship. As much as you may be smart, as much as you may be the husband, the head of the house, according to what the word of God says, you have to also listen to the wife. You have to also listen to the weaker vessel according to the word of God. Many are times where relationships, they break simply because of ego. Many are times whereby great marriages that have great potential of happiness, joy, love, and prosperity, they are dying simply because people, they want to win an argument. And sometimes you don't want to agree, even if when you realize that, you are wrong, you don't want to agree to say, babe, I'm sorry, my love, I think you were right. So what do you think we should do so that we can progress? And sometimes when you need to apologize, you don't apologize, even though you realize that you are wrong. Be it you are the wife, you are the girlfriend, you are the husband, you are the man in the relationship or in the marriage. You don't want to acknowledge that you've been wrong. What I'm saying is, let's not win arguments over losing the people that we love. Let's not win arguments in an expense of losing the people that are there for us. It's not good for you to go in bed happy to say, I was right. Yes, I won that argument. But as you are rejoicing that you have won that argument, you are actually losing the person who is sitting next to you. You're actually losing the person that you are sleeping with, who is sleeping next to you in the same bed. As people, as children of God, as people who follow the word of God, we have to understand that we are not always right. No matter how educated you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how God-fearing you are not always right. Sometimes you are bound to fail, not because you are doing it intentionally, but because we are people. So let's always listen. Let's always get to understand our partners. Let's always get to, respect. Let's always be ready to put ourselves in their shoes so that we can understand them from their own point of view. Let's not lose our partners because we just want to win arguments. Let's not let arguments escalate to fights. Let's just always be people who are praying above all, let us be people of the word, people who are listening and meditating upon the word of God, because it is the light that guides us. It is the source of life. It is God is saying in the book of Joshua, let this not book of the Lord depart from your mouth, but let it you shall meditate upon it day and night, so that it may guide you wherever you go. Let us be people of the word. Let us exercise the word. Let us not be Christians that are only good in church, or good to other people. And when your partner, when they look at you in public, when they look at you in church, they are amazed of the people that you are in public to other people, but to them you are a terrible person. Do not be a terrible person to the person you love, or to the person that loves you, whilst you are good to other people out there. Don't be good in church. Don't be good in public, whilst you are a monster in your own home, whilst you're a monster in your marriage, whilst you're a monster in your relationship. Thank you guys so much. I hope you are blessed. Let's always hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button, so that every time we upload another video, you will be notified. Be blessed. Shalom.